Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. This show is a real estate and home improvement show. All week we've been talking to people on how to improve your home, how to select the best roofer, the right plumber, the right person to put your lawn in. But my favorite part of the show is when realtors come on the show and show us cool houses that they have for sale. And also, I've been looking for some experts on this crazy market. I don't understand it, but our guest does because she's an expert. Our guest is Tammi Nott. Welcome, Tammi.
Thank you.
Now, you're with London Properties.
I am.
And up in the mountains somewhere.
Yes, my office is located in Oakhurst, and there's a bunch of us up there. We absolutely love our mountain community.
So you sell Oakhurst, Coarse Gold. There's a lot of places for sale up there.
Yeah, Oakhurst, Coarse Gold, Bass Lake, North Fork, Mariposa.
Oh my gosh. And do you come do some Fresno houses too, or do you stay up there mostly?
I stay up there mostly. We do have agents that do come down here too, and of course we do have our London office here in Fresno.
And there's an office up there in Oakhurst.
But my office is in
Where
Oakhurst.
Is that?
It's just past the McDonald's on the left-hand side on 41.
Yeah, that's how we find our way around Oakhurst. I don't know any of the streets, but I know where to go. Go to the to the Talking Bear. Go to the McDonald's.
Yeah, we're across from the Talking Bear.
Across from the Talking Bear.
Yeah.
And there's a big sign that says London Properties. So
yes, absolutely.
You can't miss it.
Can't miss
But
it.
the best way to reach Tammi is to call.
Yeah, give me a phone call.
Tell us that number. I don't know if I can see it that far.
It's
there it is.
559-760-7458.
Yeah. And who answers that?
I answer that phone.
Good for you. I always tell people, I say, don't buy the biggest investment you make in your life from somebody that doesn't take their own phone calls.
100%.
Yeah.
You definitely want to be able to reach your agent.
Now, what do people find? I love your web address, Tammi Talks Homes.
Thank you.
I already memorized it. Is that good, web address?
Yeah, my Facebook page is also Tammi Talks Home, so I'm easy to find either way.
What will people find at your web address?
Well, you can do a search for pretty much any properties in California. Just put in the zip code and
Anywhere in California. Nice.
And I'm in California.
Yeah.
There's information for buyers, information for sellers. There's all kinds of properties that are for sale. Information about me.
Nice.
Pretty much anything you want to know about real estate, you can
anything
find
and
there.
everything about real estate. Now, you have some listings.
I do.
I'm going to ask you about the market, how people buy, or who should buy, who should sell after. So stick around for that because Tammi knows a lot about that. But you have some houses. I'm going to pop this one up. Tell us about this one.
So this particular home is located up in the community of Yosemite Lakes Park. It is 2,262 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath on 4.22 acres. And it has been set up for horses. The current owner had horses on the property. It has absolutely gorgeous views. And
here's a little bit of the inside, too.
Yeah, this is our dining room.
Tell us about that Yosemite Lakes Park. Isn't there a restaurant in there? And
you know, I live in Yosemite Lakes
you
Park.
do? Okay, so you're an expert on it.
I love Yosemite Lakes Park. My husband and I have been there for 20 years. He brought me back, actually, from Oregon. He moved to Oregon and then moved us back to Yosemite Lakes Park. So I've been there 20 years, and he's been there most of his life. Mm-hmm. And we have a fine dining restaurant. We have a bar. We do fun live bands on Friday and Saturday evenings. We have a golf course. We have an equestrian center, hiking trails all over the place. And we have what's called Greenbelt properties. There's 3 separate Greenbelt properties, which is land that pretty much any one of us that lives there can hike on or ride our horses on. Or
can you board a horse at the equestrian center?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you don't have to keep it at your property.
Right. So you have to have 2 acres to be able to keep the horse at your property. If you don't have 2 acres, then you would board it at the equestrian center.
Yeah. And do you ride? Do you have a horse?
I do.
Good. That is so fun.
I do.
Now, the fine dining restaurant, is that the Blue Heron or something?
Right. Blue Heron Restaurant.
Do you have to have a reservation?
No. You can just go right in. Chef Dave is Dave Pohl. He's really amazing. He does a great job.
Well, we could come from the valley and go there and eat, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Come up and see us for sure. You'll enjoy the food and the atmosphere.
Yosemite Lakes Park sounds so fun. I want to live there, and you could get to town in no time, right?
Yeah, I'm about 35 minutes. I'm on the top of Lily, and I'm about 35 minutes from River Park.
Could you imagine somebody from LA watching this show right now saying, wait a minute, you go from the mountains to work in 35 minutes?
Yeah, exactly.
So, unbelievable. Okay, this house may be sold, this next one, because she's selling it to me, she said. Not really, I can't afford to buy a house. But wow, that's all I could say. Tell us a little bit about this house.
So this is our Mediterranean villa in Corscold. I absolutely love this house. It's one of a kind. You won't find another one like it up there.
Truly a Mediterranean villa.
It is. It has a courtyard in the middle, which is the very definition of villa, right?
Okay.
To have a courtyard in the middle. It has 2 master suites, and there's 5 bedrooms, 6 possible bedrooms. If you ask the current owner, one of the rooms is a bedroom, even though it doesn't have a closet. There is a separate studio apartment on the top, so it doesn't have access from the inside. It has access from the outside.
Is this
so
it there then?
Uh-huh.
That's access to
yep,
the studio?
that's the deck, and that has beautiful views. And then there's a little casita that's separate even from all of that.
Maybe this one?
A little 1 bedroom.
Casita, I like that.
A little 1 bedroom casita, and it all sits on
It's like
5
a guest house that
acres.
sits
Yeah.
away. Or a mother-in-law, maybe?
Yeah, maybe mother-in-law. You could.
Does it have a kitchen?
It has a kitchen. You
Oh,
could
my
rent it
goodness.
out. So, and all of this is on 5.01 acres, and it's snugged up right against the Corscold Creek, which is a seasonal creek.
Here's
but,
some indoor pictures of it.
yeah, beautiful
very
living
open.
room. I love the architecture of this home. So this home was actually built by a structural engineer. So the walls and stuff are 8 inches thick, and
Oh, he knew what he's doing.
and
All
they're
right,
made out of concrete. So you don't have the same problems that you would have.
ready for my favorite picture?
Yeah.
Boom, look at that.
Right? That kitchen is amazing. Those
Yeah.
countertops are made from bamboo.
And what's this door back there? Very interesting looking door. Is that just the kitchen door then?
The door is to the pantry.
To the pantry. Oh my goodness. Okay, and here's another of the courtyard and
Yeah, the courtyard is one of my favorite places to sit when I go over there. I actually got to spend a few hours over there on Sunday, and it was beautiful and peaceful.
it's one of the giant
This is one of
bedrooms.
the master suites.
That's the entrance to the
That's
other.
the entrance to the little studio apartment, and there's a kitchen up there too.
Okay, so really it's like 3 units.
Well, there's 2 kitchens on the inside of the main unit, so technically 4 spaces, 4 living spaces.
Okay. Now, did you say where this was?
This one is located in Corscold on Road 416.
And is it all paved? And
It has a gravel driveway.
I mean, excuse that I don't know, but does it snow? Can you get snowed in there?
So actually, Corscold doesn't get as much snow as higher up elevations do. We might get snow once a year, but
You're not
it
going to get
doesn't
snowed in
really
for weeks at a time?
Not for weeks at a time. You might stay home for a day or 2 here or there, but
What, do we say how much it is, or are we going to say the price? We don't have to.
no, we totally can. This house is a bargain at $875.
Wow. Again, somebody watching from LA or the Bay Area, say,
Yeah.
I'll take it, I'll take
Yeah,
it.
$875,000.
Can you have horses there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is it fenced or?
It's fenced. Yeah, it's fenced all the way around.
It's ready to go?
It's ready to go.
All right. Now, anybody with interest in these houses, just call Tammi Nott.
That's right. Give me a call.
And by the way, I heard this, tell me if it's true. Any house up there for sale by any agent, they can call you. You have access to all of them?
Correct.
Yeah. So you don't have to call the agent on the sign. They could call,
They-
get a relationship with their own buyer.
Absolutely. So it's always good. If you ask me, it's always good as a buyer to have your own agent.
Own a separate
you know,
agent.
so that you have somebody that's looking out for your best interest.
And you don't charge the buyers, right?
Absolutely
There's
not.
no agent fees for the buyers. It's free. So why not? Why
Yeah,
not call
right.
Tammi if you're interested in anything up there?
Yeah.
Corscold, Oakhurst, you said even over to Mariposa. And,
Bass Lake,
Bass Lake,
North Fork, yep. Anywhere in the mountain community, even up in Yosemite.
all right, you ready for the tough questions?
Sure.
The market, are people still buying and selling houses, or has it come to a stop?
So I wouldn't say that it's come to a stop. People are still buying and selling houses. The key is pricing your house correctly. You know, when the houses are priced correctly, then we get lots of interest. And making sure that your house is ready to sell. You
I
know,
see. Get
people
ready.
people want to walk in and they don't want to have. You know, most of them don't want to have to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So making sure your house is ready to sell and making sure you price it right. You might want to count too much on those websites that tell you,
Yes, I don't.
and especially up in the mountain community, because
I don't want to say the names of Zillow or Willow or whatever they are, but they're not really.
Right.
You need to talk to a local agent.
Right, and especially up there because there's, you know, properties are so different. We don't have any properties that are absolutely the same. You know, there's so many different kinds, and so there's a lot that goes into deciding how much to price a property for.
Now, last year, I have two different friends that bought properties, and interest rates were so low at 2%, they couldn't get a house, and they each ended up offering $50,000 more than the asking price just to be able to
Yeah.
buy a house. So yeah, the interest rates are a little higher, but you don't have to overpay like that.
Right, and now is a great time for buyers. I mean, this is traditionally a little bit slower time of market for our sellers, but for our buyers, it's a good time to be able to negotiate with those sellers and be able to get your good deal. And I always say, and me and pretty much anyone at London will tell you, that you date your rate.
Ah.
You want to marry your house and date your rate,
Date your
because if the rates go up, that's not as good. But if the rates go down, you can always refinance and lower your
Refinance.
payment.
Yeah. I've talked to so many people who did that and just saved so much money, but you just wait it out. But
Yeah.
I just think it's important to have home ownership, and I've never regretted ever buying any of the houses I bought. So
Right. Yeah. I mean, you want to build your own equity. You don't want to build somebody else's equity.
somebody else's, good point. Yeah, I cannot believe what people are paying for rents now. A friend's paying $3,500. That's like a house payment.
Yeah. And that's happening up there in the mountains as well. You know, our traditional 1,600 square foot home that used to rent for $1,000 is renting for closer to $2,000 now. So, it's definitely made an impact.
Which to me says it's time to buy.
That's right.
And when you buy, your payment doesn't go up like rent. It goes up every year. Your payment stays the same. So.
Right, your payment stays the same. Your property insurance may not, especially up in the mountains with
Yeah.
fire insurance and things like that. But your payment on your home stays the same.
Okay. I just want to leave. I'm going to ask you if there's anything else you want to say, but I just want to say, if you're even thinking of buying or just want to shop around, go to Tammi's website. Any house in the entire state of California is on there, and you could pick the city, you could pick a zip code maybe, pick how many bedrooms and baths you want, and stuff
Absolutely.
like that.
Yeah, put in and the more information you put in, of course, the smaller your search is going to be. The less information you put in, the more broad your search will be. So, but I'd definitely start with your zip code.
Yeah. And it's always free to call Tammi, by the way.
Absolutely.
So, what else? Anything else you want our viewers to know?
I think that everybody needs to get out there and buy before the market takes off again in the spring.
Yeah. Now let me just. How many square feet was this house?
The main house is 3,855 square feet, but if you include everything, it is 4,395 square feet.
Yeah, there's a lot of house there.
Yeah.
Again, it's maybe half hour, 40 minutes from town, from Fresno.
So it is exactly halfway between Yosemite National Park and Fresno. So it's about a half an hour drive either direction.
And you could go to Yosemite. The gate is a half hour to the north.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's 27 miles to town and 28 miles to the gates of Yosemite.
Okay. Fascinating house. Tammi Nott's number is 559-760-7458. I got it. I could see that part.
Yay.
760-7458. And what a fun person. Thank you, Tammi.
Thank you so
And
much.
we will-
My pleasure to be
It's
here.
fun to be here. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk. Authors are coming up. We have more realtors coming up. And we'll be back right after this.
Thank you.